はい、皆さん、おはようございます。おはよう、皆さん。今日の気分はどう？ Hello everyone. Good morning. これは Vince です。I'm Vince. では皆さん、本日ですね、今日の話題はこちらに表示した話題です。For today, I will be discussing this topic. This is our last topic for our basic. We will be departing. Finally, we will be departing from our basic topic, 皆さん。この話題は私たちの最後の基本的な話題です。最後まで見てもらえたら嬉しいです。I'll be happy if you watch until the end. では皆さん、早速始めていきましょう。Very well then, let's begin. Okay, 皆さん。Okay, everyone. I'll be happy if you will watch until the end. So let's begin. So our last topic for this basic topics for grammar is this sentence enders or sentence ending particles. This is not a new topic for us because if you will recall, in our lesson number 6, we have seen there the declarative da and the janai. And but before we formally start, minasan, may I ask if you could like, share, and subscribe. 高評価といいねボタンを押してチャンネル登録ぜひよろしくお願いします。Please like and share and subscribe, 皆さん。And please, in the interest of time, may I ask if 皆さん if you could just screenshot this vocabulary. Please do not disregard this vocabulary. We have read number 3, so. We have already discussed this so as an adverb in our previous grammar lesson. So, that way, meaning an adverbial or adverb use. And please screenshot the other vocabulary, minasan. Zen, also an adverb. Zen. Please screenshot those so that we can save time. Okay, our topic are sentence enders or sentence ending particles. What are sentence enders? Well, that's self-explanatory. These are particles that come at the end of a sentence. Because in Japan, you can notice, minasan, in many Japanese sentences or expressions, you will see sentence enders or sentence ending particles. Okay, so we will discuss that. So, sentence ending particles お話ししていきます。Very well then. Let's begin. Okay, so let's just recall this, minasan. This is not a new topic to you. We already discussed this sentence ender, but this time around we will be covering on the last 2 sentence enders, or should I say last three. If you can recall, minasan, do you recall this sentence enders? Do you recall this, minasan? Sentence enders. We have discussed so far, like here in number 1, da, des, janai, daro. Although this daro was not thoroughly discussed, and desho, because desho falls under the mass form or soft tone or non-casual Japanese, which we will be dealing later on in our intermediate level lessons. And no, the particle no, we will discuss the particle no. We have episodes on that. No used in 2 intonations, rising tone and lowered tone. Let's say if you want to express question, you will have a rising intonation, no, or you want to use the no as a sentence ender, and use the lowered tone. And the no is furthermore, no is being abbreviated in these combinations nda, which is actually noda, noda, des, which is actually no des, des nga. We have already episodes on that. And about this questions related sentence enders, we've already encountered this janai ka questions. You can see the ka, janai ka, and desu ka, desu ka, deshou ka, darou ka, and ka, blah blah blah, then ka, nani nani, then ka, blah blah blah, ka, to indicate question. And we have this, this may be a bit, you may feel uncomfortable with this, the dangling wo. And this dangling wo is a sentence ender. We already discussed this in our first 10 lessons about the particle wo. The particle wo is usually paired with the object of the verb. The object of the verb, this particle wo is usually paired with the object of the verb in a given sentence. Okay, so but in our previous discussions, wo was placed not as a sentence ender, but in the middle of the sentence. But if you see wo as a sentence ender, that's a dangling wo. So let's discuss some example of a dangling wo. For example, you're a visitor, and you've noticed that the host of the party has many leftover snacks or leftover food, and you want to ask the host if you can take something from those foods, because you see there's so many excess foods that and you want to get permission from the host of the party. And then you express to the host that you want to take something, a takeaway, when you go home. And then the host of the party will reply in this way: mochikairi ka, iyo, eno naku, shokutaku ni, subete no nokosareta okashi wo tsurete yo. Watashi kamaimasen kara. Demo, sono nochi ni soji wo. You see the wo was placed as a sentence ender, soji wo. So the speaker here is expecting that you already know what is already those words or group of words that follows the wo. Usually what follows this wo is usually a verb, or soji is cleaning, and the speaker here assumes what that you understand what he or she already mean by saying demo sono nochi ni soji wo. So let's see the English translation. So the host said, mochikairi ka, iyo, enryo naku, shokutaku ni subete no nokosareta okashi o tsurete yo. Watashi kamaimasen kara. Demo sono nochi ni soji wo. So the English is, you want to have takeaways. It's okay. Iyo. Don't hold back. Enryo naku. Don't hold back. In that table, shokutaku ni, in that table, you may get all of those snacks. You may get all of those left snacks. You may get all of those leftover or left snacks and take them with you. I won't mind. Kamaimasen kara. But the cleaning, as if saying, but the cleaning, please do the cleaning. But the cleaning, please do it later. Soji is a Japanese culture that is closely related to that seiso in 5S. Seiso in 5S. So it's like saying you may get all of those tasks, but the cleaning. So the speaker assumes that, but you know what to do with the cleaning. You execute the cleaning after you execute the mean exchange. I may allow you, but please the cleaning, please do it afterwards. Okay, so please the cleaning, take charge of the cleaning. So soji is a Japanese culture. You remember the seiso in 5S? That so in seiso is also the so here in soji. And soji is a culture in Japan that ideally, before and after use of a table or something, let's say basketball court or table, you must clean it. So that's 5S. And please remember that wo is not only used for transitive verbs but also for intransitive verbs like deru, or if you want to alight, deru. Okay, or gesha. Let's say densha wo gesha shite. You want to alight from the train. Okay, so going back, the sentence enders. Wait, minasan. Let's have a recall. You know that I've already said it. Lesson 6, the first time you've seen the end sentence ender da. And then the da is actually a Japanese copula. What is a Japanese copula? It means that it is a word that comes in the end that grammatically links the subject with the predicate. In English, you may think of it as that LV or linking verb in that English, but in Japanese, that LV or linking verb is placed at the end of the sentence. So hence copula, Japanese copula. So it just links the subject and the verb. And in Japan, it's a sentence ender and it connects the subject and the predicate. Okay, so in other lessons, you've seen other sentence enders like here. And the desho, there are two kinds of desho. Desho in level tone. Let's say blah 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 desho. So blah 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 desho, it means in level tone desho, it means it seems or I think. But if you raise the tone of desho, rising tone, it means right, don't you agree? An affirmation that the speaker expects affirmation, desho. Or deshoka, the question form, deshoka, don't you think? How about the daro? Usually you will hear this in many anime. Daro, usually in rising tone, daro, don't you agree? I thought you'd say that, daro. Or in level tone, daro, just simply stating facts. I guess, I wonder. Daro ka, don't you think? Question form. Okay, don't you think? Okay, going back minasan. Okay, so let's have some examples. それでは例文を表示します。Let's have some examples here. 例文、それでは例文を。Okay, so I've just used the を as an end sentence ender. それでは例文を。So 例文を。Okay. Bob and Alice. Bob says, いい天気だね。いい天気だね。Good weather, huh? Good weather, huh? And then Alice replied, そうね。そうね。The ne here is in level tone, not rising. そうね。So it's like, that is so, isn't it? Or the closer translation for the reply of Alice or Alice, そうね. This is said in this tone, そうね. Just like saying, it sure is. It sure is. Agreeing to Bob. Okay, example 2. Again, Alice and Bob. Let's say they went to a cinema or a movie house. 面白い映画だったね. 面白い映画だったね. Was said by Alice. That was an interesting movie. Wasn't it? So The ne here has a counterpart in English grammar. If you remember the tag questions, you will place a comma and then you will you will negate. You will negate the main linking verb. In English grammar, if you can recall, it goes this way. The tag question is being formed by identifying the main linking verb and then negating it. So if you use here was, the tag question should be in negative form. This is positive, this is negative. So that was an interesting movie, wasn't it? So it's a tag question. So that's the English counterpart of this ne here. Omoshiroi eiga datta ne. That was an interesting movie, wasn't it? And then Bob will say, eh, 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 全然面白くなかった。全然面白くなかった。Huh? As if Bob was not in agreement with Alice. 全然面白くなかった. So Bob was saying, huh? No, it wasn't interesting at all. Huh? No, it wasn't interesting at all. 面白くなかった. Okay, since Alice is expecting agreement from the above sentence, and then Bob surprisingly replied that way. 全然面白くなかった. Bob is surprised that because for Bob it was not interesting at all. So hence the first expression Okay, so another this is the final leg, minasan. Yo. Should I say second to the last leg. Yo. Yo is simply the English counterpart for yo is like saying you're adding an additional phrase. You know, when you use yo as a sentence ender, it's like saying something in English language is like following up your sentence with an expression, you know, as if you're assuming that the listener, that you're imparting an information or knowledge to a listener, and you assume that it's a new information to him or her. Like saying, you know, such as the sentence, I'm actually a genius. You know. Just like here. So, dewa, reibon wo. Very well then, for examples. Again, Alice and Bob. Jikan nga nayo. Alice said, Jikan nga nayo. You know, there's no time. And then Bob says, Daijoubu dayo. Bob replied, Daijoubu dayo. Bob said, it's okay, you know. And then let's have some more examples. Alice and Bob again. 今日はいい天気だね. 今日はいい天気だね. Good weather today. Huh? Good weather today, huh? And then Bob replied, is like a very casual, very informal form of yes. でも明日雨が降るよ. 降る means rainfall or precipitation or rainfall. Ame is rain. Bob said, でも明日雨が降るよ. Yeah, but it will rain tomorrow, you know. That you can see the orange font here, the yo here. As you can see, the English counterpart is, you know. And let's combine. This is the very last thing, Asan. Let's combine. Okay, combine yo and ne. You may often see this in many Japanese shows and even in anime, Japanese shows, Japanese drama. Okay, you can also combine those two, yo and ne, to create yone. It can only come in this order, yone, not neyo. Please don't do that combination, neyo. As a sentence ender, the only possible order is yone. So it's like blah 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 yone. This is essentially used when you want to inform the listener of some new point or You assume that there's some new information based on your presumption, some new point or new information that you're trying to make, and when and at the same time you're seeking affirmation or agreement on it at the same time. When you combine those two, yo and ne, or making it yone, when you combine those two, the order must always be yone. It cannot be reversed. It cannot be the other way around. It cannot be neyo. It's always yone. So let's have some examples. それでは例文を、Alice said, ボーボは魚が大好きなんだよね。ボーボは魚が好きなんだよね。好きなんだよね。ボーボは魚が好きなんだよね。You know, you like fish, don't you? You know, you like fish, don't you? So it's like as if Alice is expecting an affirmation for that. And then Bob will affirm or will confirm. So da ne. If it is a female talking, usually they will omit this da here. It could be an affirmation reply of so ne, but Bob is a male, but usually for male, to make it non-effeminate, for male, please include the da. So da ne. Since Bob is a male, he replies so da ne. That is so, huh? That is so. Affirming or confirming this expression from Alice. So da ne. Okay, so minasan, that's the last part, and we have already finished our basics. So with that, minasan, we're already saying goodbye with our basic lessons, and we will now go to for our upcoming lessons. It will be intermediate level. So thank you minasan for watching until the end. 最後まで見てくれてありがとう。ご視聴いただき誠にありがとうございます。Thank you minasan for watching until the end. ではまた次の動画で。Very well then, I'll see you in the next video. また次の動画で。今日はここまでです。This is as far as we go. それでは皆さん、バイバイ。Thank you 皆さん。バイバイ。ありがとう。バイバイ。